Hey guys, today I want to go over Emma Watson's famous speech on feminism she gave a few years back. So let's get right to it.
I was appointed as Goodwill Ambassador for UN Women 6 months ago. And the more I've spoken about feminism, the more I have realized that fighting for women's rights has too often become synonymous with man-hating. If there is one thing I know for certain, it is that this has to stop.
You know, unfortunately, I've noticed this as well. People do seem to associate feminism with man-hate, and it does need to stop. Because that's not what feminism is about. Feminism is about trying to achieve equality for women.
For the record, feminism, by definition, is the belief that men and women should have equal rights and opportunities. It is the theory of the political, economic, and social equality of the sexes. I started questioning gender-based assumptions a long time ago. When I was 8, I was confused being called bossy because I wanted to direct the plays that we would put on for our parents. But the boys were not. When at 14, I started to be sexualized by certain elements of the media. When at 15, my girlfriends started dropping out of their beloved sports teams because they didn't want to appear muscly. When at 18, my male friends were unable to express their feelings. I decided that I was a feminist. And this seemed uncomplicated to me. But my recent research has shown me that feminism has become an unpopular word.
Sadly, feminism really does seem to be an unpopular word. Whenever I see something pro-feminism on YouTube, the like to dislike ratio is really bad. There are more dislikes than likes. And seemingly whenever I post something pro-feminism on Facebook, my closest friends message me and they get on me for it. Unfortunately, they, like many others, seem to really hate the feminist movement.
Women are choosing not to identify as feminist.
And that's unfortunate, because feminism should be a very positive word. But I think one of the reasons why some people do not like the feminist movement is because they do not believe that it is a movement about trying to achieve equality for women. Rather, they think it is a movement about supporting women because they are women. And I'll admit there are some people like that, who, for instance, want you to vote for a woman because she's a woman. But, you know, to me, that's not what feminism is about. In fact, it's like the opposite. And sexism going the other way. Women being sexist against men. That's not what feminism is about. As aforementioned, feminism is about trying to achieve equality for women. With that being said, at the end of the day, the feminist label is just a label and not important. If people don't want to associate themselves as feminists, that's fine, as long as they stand with women in their struggle to achieve equality.
Apparently, I am among the ranks of women whose expressions are seen as too strong, too aggressive, isolating, and anti-men, unattractive even. Why has the word become such an uncomfortable one? I am from Britain, and I think it is right that I am paid the same as my male counterparts.
Okay, so pay equity is a major issue in the United States. As many of you are probably already aware, women in the United States only earn 79 cents on the dollar compared to men. But what many of you may not know is that women only own 32 cents on the dollar compared to men. We still have a long ways to go in order to establish pay equity for women.
I think it is right that I should be able to make decisions about my own body. I think I think it is right that women be involved on my behalf in the policies and the decisions that will affect my life.
Now, this is something that does really bother me. I'm not one of those aforementioned people who think we should vote for a woman just because she's a woman, but I really do wish we had more women in office. According to a 2016 Fortune piece, only about 19% of our representatives in Congress are women, even though women make up more than half of our country.
I think it is right that socially I am afforded the same respect as men.
Respecting women is something we really have to improve on as a country. Women have been making this point loud and clear via the recent Me Too movement, and rightfully so. We have to stop treating women like objects and fixating on their appearance.
But sadly, I can say that there is no one country in the world where all women can expect to receive these rights. No country in the world can yet say that they have achieved gender equality. These rights I consider to be human rights, but I am one of the lucky ones. My life is a sheer privilege because my parents didn't love me less because I was born a daughter. My school did not limit me because I was a girl. My mentors didn't assume that I would go less far because I might give birth to a child one day. These influences were the gender equality ambassadors that made me who I am today. They may not know it, but they are the inadvertent feminists who are changing the world today. We need more of those. And if you still hate the word, it is not the word that is important. It's the idea and the ambition behind it. Because not all women have received the same rights that I have. In fact, statistically, very few have been. You might be thinking, who is this Harry Potter girl? And what is she doing speaking at the UN? And it's a really good question. I've been asking myself the same thing. All I know is that I care about this problem, and I want to make it better. And having seen what I've seen, and given the chance, I feel it is my responsibility to say something. Statesman Edmund Burke said, "All that is needed for the forces of evil to triumph is for good men and women to do nothing." In my nervousness for this speech, and in my moments of doubt, I've told myself firmly, if not me, who? If not now, when? If you have similar doubts when opportunities are presented to you, I hope that those words will be helpful. If you believe in equality, you might be one of those inadvertent feminists that I spoke of earlier. And for this, I applaud you. We are struggling for a uniting word, but the good news is that we have a uniting movement. It is called He for She. I am inviting you to step forward, to be seen, and to ask yourself, if not me, who? If not now, when? Thank you very, very much.
All right, so I really love this speech. It's so powerful and very inspiring. And it took a lot of courage on Emma's part, because sadly, feminism does receive a lot of hate. As for me, you guys can come at me with all the hate you want. I am a feminist, and I intend to stand with women until they achieve the equality they so rightfully deserve. Hey guys, if you want to help out this show, you can follow our various social media links. Also, we have a Facebook group that you can join as well. And if you want to follow me on social media, you could do that as well. Alright, guys.